Alright YouTube, I'm in East Dayton once again at the corner of East 3rd and Quentin Avenue up on the hill, and I found this house right here that is abandoned and vacated. There's a notice from the city on this place. Apparently, I am not sure how long it has been abandoned and vacant for, but you could see it is clearly falling apart here. And there's a few houses. This was, I guess, one of the better parts of East 3rd, but it's kind of fallen apart like all the others have. So this is all kind of falling apart. You could even see the cockroaches kind of crawling through the windows here, but this is the inside of this place right here. So yeah. So ordinance has been violated and cited. This is only about a month old, 8/4/14. So this one is just very recent, actually. So here's the ordinance: minor misdemeanor citation, probably for the grass right here, and mail in the mailbox falling out, crystals on, and all this other crap right here. So another example of houses just falling apart on this side of town. You could even see where the fence right here on the back is just falling apart. There's a few houses like this that are up on this area that are falling apart, but I'm going to film some of these right here. But here's the back side of it right here. So the camera angle, you may not be able to see it that well with the sun angle right here, but you can even see where the gate has been kind of ripped off here and just falling apart. So this place looked like it was shut down probably not too long ago, and so yep, there's more signs of abandonment. And this part of East 3rd is, I hate to say it, but there really is no good part of East 3rd, but this was actually better than some of the ones recently. But I'm walking west down the hill a little bit, showing you guys more of the neighborhood right here of these houses. Right here we got another one down here that is abandoned down here on the right. Right here, and recently I just noticed some of this stuff just very recently too. Right here, 3917 East 3rd Street right here. So I don't know what the case is right here with this one, but sometimes the on plywood can often mean that it's from an actual, may not be from the actual city itself, but it's just falling apart like sadly everything else is, unfortunately. Yep. See the plywood right here, the side view of the house. The electrical is still here. The cable looks like it was stripped out just very recently. This is some of the backyard of this house right here. And just, man, yeah, it's like everything else. It's just falling apart. And this house does not look to be in that bad a shape, but it's just falling apart like almost everything else on this side of town. It's just, people just turn their properties and they just let it go like a bunch of slumlords and slum tenants. And as I've said, landlords and slum tenants live in perfect harmony. There's a sign there for rent right there. A house right there. I don't know what side is vacant, but everything just continues falling apart here in the neighborhood right here. Just everything is just, yeah, there's a few abandoned houses in this stretch, but I've noticed a lot more than I've seen over here recently. So they're working on something in the street right there. Construction crew right there. It's the corner of East 3rd and right there. So I haven't really covered this part of East 3rd before, because a lot of the stuff I've covered is on the more slummy side of it, but even the so-called good parts right here are even, you know, falling apart right here, and you still have a few nice houses here that look like they're being kept in pretty decent shape. You could tell these right here look to be in fairly decent and maintained houses right here. But corner of East 3rd and Westview right here. Now this last block was not any abandoned houses here, but there's a few more down the street here that are just falling apart. Empty lot, undoubtedly, where a house or an apartment building used to stand. See some of the houses right here. And this house right here does not look occupied. I don't know for sure, but it does not look like anybody is living in this house right here. And just things are just falling apart. Yeah, it's vacant. 3709 right here. Says this premise is not yet vacant, but yeah, right. Take that for what it's worth, but you can clearly see that is a lie, because this premise is vacant right here. 3709, and there's a notice from the housing inspector. Wesley Wolford is the landlord. I guess they found code violations right here on them. Just everything just continuing to fall apart right here. Just everything's just falling apart here. Tell the grass right here is falling apart right here. Don't worry guys. I'm not here to bother you guys or anything. I'm just having a look around at this dump is all. So he says this house is not abandoned, but you could clearly tell that it clearly is. Hey, you guys know how long this house has been vacant for? Porch is falling apart back here. Weeds. So this house is, yeah, this house is falling apart like all the others in the area. It's decaying into ruins, but there's more examples of slum people just not taking care of their property. This is not a bad looking house. Just somebody just didn't take care of it. That's a little bit of the inside view of that right there. Yep, 3709 East 3rd. So another dumpy and crappy house that somebody has let fall to ruins right here. Corner of East 3rd and Delmar right here. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of the bad stuff that was previously below the hill is spreading its way here, and here we got another abandoned one right here, 3627 East 3rd Street right here. So this thing is falling apart. I don't know how long it's been vacant for, but it's just like everything else. People have trashed this neighborhood right here. Somebody obviously left a notice for cable TV or satellite TV on the door, but nobody there to claim it now, though. Yeah, you can see the inside of this place. People have trashed it and everything else, and the house next door looks to be vacant as well. I'm going to get around and get a look at that one right here. But yeah, you can see where the grass has not been cut, but it's not as bad as some tree limbs right here. You can just see where the trees and everything are just, you know, growing over the house. It just looks like complete and total crap. And yeah, it's just falling apart. Here's the back view of the house right here. The garage that belonged to the property right here. Yep, just more signs of abandonment and just proof that Dayton is a dying city and is just continuing to fall apart. And here's another one right here, 3623, right next to that one that is vacant, derelict, and falling apart right here. So, yep, 3623 East 3rd Street. So here we got another dumpy and crappy house. And this one, I don't know. Judging from this property is being maintained by Chase Home Finance Realty. Yeah, right. Like anybody's maintaining this tall both foosball table right here. Yeah, just this area is just disintegrating and just falling apart. You could even tell the weeds right here, how the weeds are just growing over and not being taken care of. So the outside of this place looks to be in fairly rough shape. Got some glass right here in the back of it. I gotta be careful, watch my step here because of this stupid glass that some idiot has left right here. You can even see just more signs of abandonment. This looks like its own little jungle back here. Here's the back view of the house, but yeah. So yeah, just more signs of just abandonment and just places just falling apart on this side of town. I really don't know what else you can really say. other than the fact that it's just falling apart. There's the house right there I just filmed right there. Here's more of the neighborhood, and some of this is still in somewhat decent shape, but you can see where it's just falling apart right here, and just people are just trashing the neighborhoods. You know, job losses are not going to prevent this problem, people. People just quit acting like animals and just start caring about the neighborhoods again. This place, I cannot tell, does not look occupied, but I do not know for sure on that. But more signs of this. Corner of East 3rd and Garland Avenue right here, and I think I'm gonna get ready to end this one right here. Yeah, I just wanted to cover those several houses I seen right here, and right here, 3519. I do not think it looks occupied as far as I know, but oh yeah, we got one more right here just before Spurlin Avenue that is vacant right here. Of course, falling apart at 3515 Spurlin Avenue. I'll step back so you guys can get a good view of the house right here. So it looks like these have been, you know, vacated just, you know, very recently. And this is only just very recently, 8/4/14. So yeah, another example right here of just more slums, just people just not taking care of the neighborhood. Right here, just people trashing the neighborhood. You can even see where the steps are even concrete eroding and falling apart right here. Falling apart. Yeah, this is just another view from the inside, but kind of surprised this door is not accessible right there, but somebody could probably easily kick that in without any problem. But of course it's not secured or anything like that. Just more signs of the jungle right here, people. Just stuff that's just not being kept up right here. Just another view of the back side. That's how surprisingly that shed is still there. I'm kind of surprised somebody has not got that out of here for scrap metal yet, but yeah, this is just another showing the jungles of East Dayton. It's really sad what's became of this area. I mean, I'm 38 and I never really recall East Dayton being a good part of town per se, but it's just really falling apart, you know. But anyway, YouTube, that's gonna be it for this one here. Signing off.